correct way of putting it without... Yep. Nope. I'm sold.
Yep. Excellent. So who do you favor, Winter?
I think I would like EG's draft more because it has a lot of control in the team fights with the Brew and the Clockwork, and I would see the Brewmaster and the Clockwork actually making a lot of space for the Medusa to get big.
David, any parting words before we head to our casters?
I think we're going to a game 3.
Wow. That being said, Sunsfan Syndren, this is your game 2 to cast. Good luck, and let's hope for an amazing game. Take it away.
Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, guys, to Game 2 of this lower bracket finals between EG and Secret. Of course, Secret down 1 game at the current moment of time. We have a full 5-man smoke for Secret. Well, let's go over their lineup, shall we? Kuroki's going to be playing the Vengeful Spirit, Arteezy on the Sniper, Puppey Ancient Apparition, Zai's going to be playing the Bristleback, and last but not least, S4 on the very manly axe.
Let's see how fast Weppers can move the camera. In the bottom lane, we've got Fear playing Medusa. Chen will be played by our 2000. PPD onto his line. In the mid lane, it's going to be Sumail on the Brewmaster. And finally, top lane, Universe is going to be playing Clockwork. Looking at the top lane.
Man, you are just a dream to sit next to. I'll tell you what.
In a previous life, I was a double tempo rapper. My unknown son is...
and
damn,
fail.
that joke fell to the ground. Twister. There we go. All right.
It's too late. Sorry.
Too late.
Well, S4 is going to give up this rune for EG.
The battle begins.
And looks as if Universe in all likelihood will take that. Arteezy, though, will get the bottom rune for himself. Actually, Lion took it. So I really like giving the bounty rune to supports because I know they get nothing in the lane. So
absolutely nothing.
That's a nice little teammate we got there. We have some wards blocking the creeps for poor Chen, Aoi 2000. Not going to be too happy about that. Of course, he's a renowned Chen player, although since he's been on EG, he hasn't really, I wouldn't call it a standout performances at all. Not sure if, I mean, he hadn't played it for a long time, I guess, until the buff to Aghanim Scepter. That was like, what, maybe a 3-month, 4-month period, I would say, that Chen fell out of favor?
Yeah, it might actually have been like 3 months. That's true. It was quite a while. I guess the reason you say oh, wait a second, I'm hearing a stun. Okay, that was not even close to being relevant. Well, they kind of took half his health points, so that's something. But yeah, Chen kind of fell out of favor for about 3 months, and I don't know if I would agree with saying Aoi hasn't had standout performances. I guess he's just had less than what we were used to seeing in the past.
Alright, yeah.
In Cloud9, he was definitely one of the most valuable players in the majority of their games, and I just feel like the reason he hasn't shined so much is that the rest of EG has just been playing extremely well. It's difficult to shine on a team that has these standout players. Especially, I think Sumail has taken a lot of the limelight this tournament.
Yep, that is true. He is the prodigy from Pakistan, Arteezy in mid now, trying to prove to his father that he made the right choice in switching teams. This Wild Wing Ripper is arguably the most annoying creep in the game. Although I would actually argue perhaps not. The chain, what's the chain lightning one called?
The Harpy.
Yeah, the Harpy.
What's the full name of that? Damn, there's none of them in the jungle.
Horse head, something like that. Universe pops the cogs, gonna zone everybody out and take the rune for himself. It's gonna be illusions, not exactly what he was looking for. And PPD finds the bounty at bottom. Zai. It's gonna be the offlaner for Secret, playing that Bristleback in bottom lane. How much do you think he's gonna get out of the lane? It's gonna be the Lion and Medusa. Wouldn't call it the most kill potential early on.
I think Zai's going to get a fair amount. He's currently only level 1, but he's going to get level 2 now. Closing in on boots, and we might see him get Tranquils, which will allow him to sustain nicely in the lane. Want to comment a little bit on God's prediction, by the way, which is that we will see a Game 3. I would agree with that.
That's a bold statements there, buddy.
I'm not too big a fan of EG's lineup because I feel like there's no defined moment when this lineup is extremely good, right? So the idea is obviously for Brewmaster and Medusa to start sieging down towers, but I think when that timing window hits, they're going to have AA ultimate, they're going to have a Blink Dagger on Axe, and they're going to frontline with Bristleback. And EG don't have heavy single target damage. Medusa's a spread damage carry, they have got Finger as like their only kill potential, pretty much. And I have a hard time seeing it cutting it, but with that said, it's very important for EG to get off to a good laning stage in order to have a shot at executing this strategy, I feel. If they lose the laning stage, I think it's borderline impossible to win with their picks. But they did very well in the laning stage in the previous game, so we'll see if they can do it again. For now, Sumail at least doing a great job in mid against Arteezy, leading the lane. Fear getting pretty much free farm bottom. And the trade-off is, of course, S4 on the Axe, having the highest CS in the game right now on top.
Yeah, I can agree with what you're saying. I mean, I think the wild card here is Aoi on the Chen. If they can get some early ganks going, if they can push some early towers, perhaps they could snowball a bit. I mean, Brewmaster's just been super underwhelming ever since the nerf. What was it? The armor nerf, and what else was there? The stun on his Panda.
The damage on the rock on the boulder. What's that called? Damn,
I think it is called rock boulder actually.
It's called boulder toss, right? I think so. Or toss boulder. Just like breathe fire.
Yeah.
Not sure. Bottom lane, Impale. Blinking away at our Azai. Pretty decent damage being done here, actually. And he might run all the way back to base. Delaying his Tranquils. He's only level 2. This is actually... He's getting less out of this lane than I thought he would. In comparison, Universe in the top lane sitting on level 3 with plenty of regen to spare for now.
Look at AUI. He almost got level 4 from that stack. He had the Wild Wind Ripper Tornado.
He's not done yet.
And he stacked the crap out of that thing.
That's the second stack.
Well, unfortunately, the Mud Golems will have to take auto attacks, but that's fine by him. He's an equal opportunist jungler, AUI. S4. He's level 5.5 right now, transitioning towards mid. Gonna perhaps go for the Sumail in mid. Brewmaster level 5 at the moment. Berserker's Call is there. Assassinate is gonna be enough damage to take him out. Indeed it is. First blood goes the way of S4, but here comes the transition. PPD, Impale into Hex.
Owie!
Anything. Owie just stands in the shrapnel and dies shortly after. PPD might be in some trouble now. Arteezy going in really deep. A couple more right clicks will do it, but the wand saves PPD life in the end. And 2 kills for Secret. Very quick succession.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now I can't get it out of my head that Chen was saying owie when he got hit.
Do you prefer AUI?
Terrible joke!
Actually, what do you prefer as far as pronunciation?
Of his
I
nickname?
switch it up, yeah.
I call him Owie 2000. I think it's faster.
Long to, yeah,
it's faster, right? Instead of AUI, then Owie.
Oh, top lane.
Now you can also make bad jokes with his name, that's great. Oh, Cogs knocking Kuro back. Losing some of his mana. Has a clarity though. I'm gonna sip some of that elixir. And Puppy, by the way, getting a lot of levels. I love this prioritization by Secret. Getting... whatever, just roll with it. Getting Puppy a fast level 6 on the AA should be a really good way of putting a halt to EG's plans here. And already with the 2 kills they managed to claim in mid, Arteezy's off to a really good start. So is S4. Everything is really going.
Well, a lot of that had to do with that gank, though, of course. I mean, you were talking about how Sumail was doing excellent in the mid lane, especially considering Sniper's pretty damn good against melees ever since that. Well, I'd argue actually he was always pretty good against melee, but is that for real? Arteezy's first Sniper? I could have sworn I've seen him play Sniper, but the stats don't lie. Brian is a great statsman. He doesn't drink on the job or anything like that. It's very impressive to watch. And Sniper level 8 right now for Arteezy. He has the phase boots, Ring of Aquila, and 400 gold to boot. Does he actually... Do you not go bottle on Sniper mid?
You can. I think...
Because he is maxing... Well, actually, no. He left Shrapnel level 3. Now
I think with his focus right now... I would say bottle was a thing that was better in the past when you would push the tower with Shrapnel. But the mana cost on it right now, relative to how often you use it... I think bottle is actually a waste in most cases. It's nice if you can get some decent rune control, but I don't think Arteezy is expecting to claim all the runes against a Brewmaster who just has, I want to say, a more effective way of pushing the lane than Shrapnel. And instead he's prioritizing the lane dominance build with the phase boots early on from the kills, and it seems to be working. He's now overtaken Sumail on farm by 1 CS by nature. Here's the... Here's the resume coming out as the pinks seem to have dropped, so they're giving it a shot. Looks like, since we didn't get an immediate repause, we're going to assume things are good here. And well, back into the game. Secret are still... Everything's going according to plan. The Vanguard is up on S4 before 8 minutes. He's going to be working on his Blink Dagger, currently stacking the Troll Camp. And well, so okay, let's try to focus a little bit on what EG is going to do, because we've talked about how we think their timing window is smaller, and they need to get something done early on. Aui's almost level 6. They have level 7 on Brew, who is about 1,400 gold away from a blink. Line is level 5. We'll probably get level 6 in the next 2 or 3 minutes, and Clockwork is level 5 and same story. Uh-oh, Clock is level dead.
Damage.
Maybe
Ice Blast hits. He's gonna TP out. Assassinate will not connect.
Very
He'll
good TP.
Good to go. If that hit, definitely a death coming his way.
And I think that still hits him across the map if he fires the Assassinate. I don't think TP disjoints it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've seen that in fails, so I would assume that's correct. So you're saying when they get those items and those levels in combination, that's a strong point for them. That's one of their peaks, minus the Medusa, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think they have to try it at least. I'm not sure they're just flat out stronger as Sumail. Oh, really close with the 8 of the rocket and the crit there. As bottom lane, there's going to be an Impale on S4, taking some decent damage, but man, that Vanguard, he's not scared of anything right now.
We talk about this every single game that Axe is picked, which is actually every single game. As Ice Blast is now going to come down towards the bottom. Fear, it will hit him, but
they don't stand
no
a chance
Rax at all. Blink or Vanguard first? He went Vanguard on Axe. This game, do you agree with that?
I don't think there's any pressure on Secret to play super aggressive right now, so I think it's fine. It allows him to stand in lane like this and not really be intimidated by anything. So, in this situation, solid choice. I also would have agreed with a Blink first. It's one of the situations where I think both of them have their merits, but we've seen other situations where we're like, wow, that Vanguard, really? Was that worth it?
Yeah.
But Secret, as mentioned, they're not really looking to take the initiative because Zai is so far behind that they have to buy time for him. And S4 being able to just stand in lanes will allow Zai time here. He's going to stack the Ancients again. He's currently level 4 at minute 10. The Clockwork in comparison is 6.5.
That's the most surprising thing this game is how he hasn't gotten anything in that bottom lane.
Dire off lane, buddy.
Yep. Mask of Madness, early one picked up by Artizzle on the sniper.
Is under attack.
Who's killing who here? I think Arteezy got it.
Oh! I was trying to cast that fight without seeing it. It's pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Weapus, best cameraman at EU. Love you, buddy.
And an A for
Actually,
the moment.
It's a legitimate shout out to Weapus because he's been basically being cameraman for every single game for the most part, minus like a couple here and there.
Every single minus some of them.
Every single minus some, but the hours that we work is like 16 hours a day. It is insane that he's just...
He has some long work days.
Yeah,
he's very committed.
He's a beast. What
Absolutely.
S4 gonna clean up this stack.
They let S4 get the stack. I understand getting him a fast blink, but look at poor Zai. Position 5 Bristleback is a thing of pub games that is not successful.
I'm surprised they didn't at least give him some levels out of that.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea was with that.
I mean, I understand getting the fast blink dagger on Axe, but yeah, the levels I'm not sure. I don't think we've seen a primal split yet from Sumail. What's his status on blink dagger for the Brewmaster?
200 to go.
Okay.
I want to say that's the go call for EG. They get Blink, they get level 6 on PPD, and then they go. They start sieging them towers. Currently Fear pressuring the bottom tier 1. Arteezy's going to move down. AA ultimate. Going to hit a range creep.
Get wrecked.
Absolutely.
So Arteezy going for the very standard build these days. Kind of a glass cannon, Mask of Madness, stand in the back and hope to God that nobody initiates on you. Speaking of initiation, Kuroki. Looking for it, but nothing will come of it. Fear is still, I mean, even without farm, the hero is extremely difficult to kill, as double blink daggers picked up, as expected for both Axe and the Brewmaster. And right now, a little bit of a lead for Secret overall.
This is an odd skill build on Fear.
He went for a 3-2-3. Do you think he started, I can't remember what he started with, but maybe Mystic Flare in the early stage?
That's only Skywrath who can do that.
What did I say?
Mystic Flare?
Well, that would be great on Medusa.
Man, if that was a regular skill for Medusa, legit. I think she went 0-2-1 in the beginning, as most Dusas do. Hookshot mid, they're going to go in on Zai. The counter initiation is there, though.
S4 not able to get off his dunk. Look at him go! My goodness, it took him 3 attempts. They end up getting killed in the end. It's a 1-for-1. And there's the Mystic Flare slash Snake. S4 gets a Berserker's Call. Attempting to run away will not be turned to stone.
Sumail almost dying with the Earth Brew. Oh, this is pretty close. He has 150 health. He's going to be okay.
Blink up. He's going to get canceled, but here's a reinitiation from S4 again. AUI looks to be dead. Unfortunately, Culling Blade not off cooldown for S4 because he whiffed it, I should say. Fear, unfortunately, swapped in the end and dies. next to his tier 1 tower. And
look at
PPD
Arteezy
on the
go.
run, but Secret is just cleaning this up. 3 for 1 as Universe will now reinitiate with Sumail. The right clicks commence. Kuroki is trying to get away. Arteezy stuck inside the cogs, and Universe gets hit by the Ice Blast. And they'll trade lives, but I think Arteezy got experience for that, if I'm not mistaken.
He died first. Clock narrowly killed him, and then he died to shrapnel.
Man, that was so close.
That was extremely close.
And a value minus on Puppey, so he's going to get a lot of levels.
This game is looking solid for Secret. Just that right there was a fight that shows how strong Vanguard can be. He really just took like no damage on the axe from maybe it was 4 Chen creeps. The Brewmaster split, all of those units just tickled S4, and when they finally brought him down, it was because he decided to dive next to the tier 1 tower to get the kill on, I do believe that was the Medusa. But still, easy win in that fight for Secret.
Do you think this is close to getting out of control? Is it at that point, or?
Well, the
goal is
gold
going to
lead.
continue to be aggressive, and I like that. Brewmaster doesn't have Primal Split, but of course the Blink Dagger might be enough to get the kill on Puppey.
I think they have this feeling of urgency that they should have. Yeah. If they just sit back, this is not going to work out. They will be looking for a kill, but Puppey,
they're going to miss out.
Out at the right time.
Bottom lane, Secret is smoked up. They might find Fear. Ward is placed.
Oh, is that ult?
He's going to hit into an Ice Blast. Kuroki stunned to follow. My goodness, everything worked out there for Secret. As Fear takes a spill. And now Arteezy looking for the Roche. And don't think there's going to be any defense here. Any defense of the Roche. That would be an interesting game mode. Defense of the Roche. It's mid lane. Sumail jumps up with the Thunderclap. Here's Universe with the hook shot. Zai looks to be the sacrificial lamb for Secret. If they can get Roshan, I suppose they'll be happy with this. He's attempting to run away. Level 7 at the moment. Will not get away. As Roshan is at half health. This is not a fast Roche at all. But I think they still get it.
Yeah, this is an easy claim. AA ult mid. Just going to push out the wave a little bit. And EG are smoking. They have no idea what's going on.
Wow.
Now they do, and then, oh, well.
Like, okay, let's get tier 1 top, perhaps. Get something out of this.
Yeah. They absolutely have to get something done. It's all great that Zai is not in a good position right now in the Bristle. He's having a very hard game, but the amount of farm going the way of the other heroes is more than enough for now. As he is not their only frontliner. Axe can also just do the tanking work, and he has all the items he needs for now, and a little buffer as well with his 1200 gold. And now that they realize EG are pushing top, Secret are just going to trade. They're going bottom. Arteezy and S4 will make quick work of this. At the same time, mid, they're going to force a TP out of Sumail.
Nice blast hits Fear, but he fears not, and will continue to right-click that tower. And all likely they're going to get is going to be a trade of sorts. Zai finds Sumail. He's going to get stunned. Nope, he's going to dodge it. Nice disjoint there with the Blink Dagger. So it's kind of a trade, but at the same time that includes the Roshan. I want to include that in the trade. So Secret's coming out on top yet again.
And they're probably getting this tier 1 mid as well, unless Universe can get a Dream initiation, which isn't out of the question. He's actually in a really good position up here in the high ground. Secret have no vision. I need to play this smart. Of course, Arteezy has the Aegis of the Immortal.
Yeah. I think if he didn't have that, he would have probably initiated there on Arteezy. But Arteezy doesn't really care at the moment, since he does have 2 lives. Mechanism picked up by Aoi.
He's trying to get an angle. Here's the hook shot.
Connect on Zai into Cogs. He's going to swap that right away. Ice Blast will connect on Universe and blow him up as a result. A beautiful double impale by PPD and the finger that's going to help take Arteezy to the grave, and he will be back with the Age of the Immortal. Kuroki on the run. Brewmaster chasing him. Arteezy's going to be the choice target, and this should be a kill coming the way of EG. And down Arteezy goes. S4 gets a nice call, but into an impale for PPD, who's playing really well on this line right now. S4 gets thunderclapped, and all of the support he has is Kuroki, who has very little mana, will TP out as S4 drops dead right in front of his eyes. And the tier 1 tower mid will go EG's way. Great initiation. Although he did trade his life, Universe.
That was such a good flanking move from PPD. So all of the fight takes place in this area, and the initiation from EG just comes from the front with the hookshot coming in. PPD has taken the time to wrap all the way around, coming from upside at the stairs. Moves down, hits a 2-man impale, instant finger onto Arteezy, who drops, and then when he comes back to life, the support is already...
I believe that was a Mask of Madness Finger of Death,
Yes,
right?
he took like 600 or 700 damage from that finger after reduction. And during the entire fight, Sumail, cycling the right target, keep the axe out of the fight. Very nicely done for EG. This is the kind of stuff they're going to need, and they pull back about 3,000 of their gold deficit. Next fight, Zai is going to have a mech though, and that will make it quite a bit harder.
So I'm assuming you think Secret has a better late game as well against EG. I mean, I think Medusa is probably the hardest carry in this specific game, but the problem is it's against Sniper and Bristleback. And
Bristleback's not a carry this game.
That is a good point. He's struggling quite a bit, but Arteezy's going to be opening up space for him. At least that's the goal. So who would you take late game then? I guess is a better question.
The main question is how relevant Aui's going to stay. Nice Ice Blast. Gonna annoy Sumail a bit. So the problem with Chen in this game is, first of all, he's counterpicked by the AA. And this hero also in general just falls off in the late game. He's also counterpicked by the
golems, man.
Yeah, well...
Good stuff.
That is the approach to take. I think Aoi needs to focus a lot more on utility rather than healing, because this AA ultimate is going to cause them problems later on. So I'm thinking something like aura items, or so maybe you don't get the Ags, which I think most Chens do right now just for the Granite Golem. But alternatively, you could get Force Staff, you could get a Hex, or maybe even a Halberd is not out of the question. That's very situational on Chen though. But items of that sort could be the choice. We're going to see which path he takes soon.
Can we take a look at Ancient Apparition, Puppy? He had the Midas, and yeah, I was going to say, he's probably well on his way to his Ags, and that is going to be super scary for EG. Level 11, too, so second level of Ice Blast is online as mid lane. There is a smoke. S4's not going to catch it. Wow, he's actually dodging everything.
Oh, Arteezy is the bigger kill.
Oh, Arteezy gets initiated by the Thunderclap. The right clicks. He's at half HP already, and a Finger of Death blows him up. S4 trying to get some redemption, but he's going to take an impale to the face. Ice Blast on its way. Should hit PPD, who's just going to TP out to safety.
He's going to live. That's the biggest kill they can find right now. Hook shot is going to miss.
Oh, Universe gets a good cogs off.
In trouble.
Blade Mail as well. Here comes the creep army of Chen. Brewmaster jumps in with a Thunderclap into a Primal Split. S4 gets stunned thanks to the Troll creep. And he's going to continue to get chased by the Brewmaster. Fire Spirit doing a decent amount of damage. There's the Rock. And I think this is going to be enough for the kill. So EG, it was quite fortunate they didn't run into Axe, actually, instead of the Sniper. They blew up the Sniper and then snowballed from there.
And it looked like that could have been a bad situation for Universe, but getting caught out was actually the best thing that could happen there. It made Secret take the fight, and they don't have the burst damage there without their Sniper, and of course the AA ultimate on cooldown from the Lion attempt. I need you to get another kill. They did use the Primal Split there though, so it's not the cheapest kill in the world, but still, well worth it. The early game wasn't looking too hot. Now suddenly, the game is pretty much back to 0. Fear will be getting his Manta style momentarily.
I mean, at the end of the day,
wait a second, he's not getting Manta. He's getting Skadi after Yasha.
Wait, who's that? Oh,
Fear.
Fear? Okay, okay. I don't mind that. The old casual Yasha into Skadi. That's fine by me.
And PPD also almost has his blink. He's going to get that now.
So, the fact that they've kind of come back into this game, they're going to have great mid-game presence, and perhaps that'll open up enough time for Fear to come online with that Medusa. But only time will tell, as Secret is now smoked. And they're going to run right into Sumail. Ay, ay, ay. Wrong place, wrong time. Bristleback gets the kill. That's going to be nice for Zai. Who
really
has
needs
the mech,
stuff.
of course. S4 picked up a Force Staff, by the way, and he's going to find this not-so-stacked ancient camp. What did we call that again? Damn. Seal Walrus Dragon?
Goofy.
Goofy Seal Walrus
Goofy
Dragon.
Walrus Seal Dragon. It is.
That should be top priority for remodel, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that should be top priority for the next patch to rename the dragon to that.
That too. That would be nice.
Either or, honestly.
Yeah.
If they just roll with it and they do want to make the dragons goofy, I'm all for it. But that is not an ancient black dragon.
There's nothing intimidating about that guy. Ancient Thunderhide. See, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
For an ancient.
Also look a little more scary. More appropriate.
PPD has the Blink Dagger and about to hit level 11. That's going to be pretty big for him. You're going to continue to farm away on his towards his Skadi. And Smoke. That should... I think the Blink Dagger is new. Am I wrong? So this is going to be a surprise with the Smoke?
Yeah, the blink on PPD is new.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he just got it.
So the old Blink Hex. Pretty much no counter to that. Unless you have ridiculously fast reaction time.
Force Staff?
Well, I mean, if you're caught out alone as well.
Yeah, sure.
Shut up, Sinner.
They already okay. Lincoln's.
No, blink, mana burn, or mana drain.
Oh,
into
then you
Hex.
have time.
Yeah, that's true. That opens up a lot of opportunities. So, double ultimate orb now for Fear. He's actually getting really close to this guy. Do they just wait for that?
He does have it now, right?
Oh, he has a full thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scotty, Usher, Face Boots, Aquila, Wand.
This is when he can start actually participating a little bit more aggressively in fights.
Yeah.
He's not going to really do that much damage, but he's kind of a siege tank at the moment.
Arteezy is not at a point right now where he can bring down the Medusa. I think this is the best timing window for EG, and the reason they have this opportunity is that they managed to find the team fight that they did about 5 to 10 minutes ago when... How many heroes did they kill? I think they killed 3 or 4 heroes. That meant the world for them. It allows them to now probably go into that siege tank mode before Arteezy hits hard. He has felt forced to get a BKB because of the Lion. And that's effectively delaying his ability to fight the Dusa head-on by about 10 minutes. And EG now
with a smoke
looking
of
to
their own,
aggress.
knowing that Roche is on the horizon. Kuroki scouting things out.
He has no idea how close he is to dying right now.
Yeah, well, Sumail's still smoked up.
Now he's going to find out.
He's going to run right into him. Here we go. Blink clap.
Oh, wow.
He dodges the stun with the primal split. He's going to use this to kill Kuroki. The question is the rest of the team coming as well? And honestly, even if he dies, it's not the worst thing in the world for Seagate. Actually, Arteezy dies in the mid lane as well. This is a disaster.
And Zai might be next. Oh, good force death by Universe.
Zai
Or
has
that's
absolutely
S4.
no mana. S4 comes back in, gets a Berserker's Call, but Fear with the ultimate turns S4 to stone. Or nope, not quite yet. He won't turn to stone, but the right clicks and the impale will be more than enough to get the kill. That is 3 deaths for Secret as the aggression continues. Fear showing off the Scotty as Zai getting mana drain. Talk about adding insult to injury. Poor Zai. This is going to be the 4th death for Secret in a matter of 10 to 20 seconds. By that I mean 30 seconds-ish. And a tier 2 tower shall fall as well.
This
EG just came online in the... just super fast.
Their whole lineup is just coming together. I want to say PPD has been very impressive on his line in this game. It's been so important that he's been able to find the kills he has on Arteezy, and Universe as well with the hookshot. They're setting everything up. They don't only get 2 separate skirmishes. The one skirmish in mid turns into a team fight, and they just grab collateral damage times 4 with 2 extra kills and 2 towers. Secret were looking hot.
And
It's
despite not
quickly
having
getting really cold.
Despite not having the greatest pushing team, I mean, you have Chen, but everybody else is more of a lane pusher, I guess you could say. They're going to have every outer tower except for the bottom lane. Feels like last game almost, where the mid lane was the only untouched lane for a while. And it's only 25.5 minutes in. So forget those patches with all the buffs to towers and anti-push. EG's doing just fine. As Manta Style will be finished very shortly. Just needs to get the ultimate orb purchased. And about 600 gold. Owie is going for the Ag, so... Oh, Sumail. Oh, boy. Oh, what a blade! Oh, my God. I wish I had reaction time like that.
Yeah, but you're old.
Does Fear have reaction time like that? What would happen to Fear in that scenario? He would have popped R and was like, okay, that's my getaway sequence.
He would have paused. Wait a second, guys.
Let me bind my keys. Hold on. Kuroki gets initiated on. PPD is here as well. That's going to be an easy kill going the way of EG yet again. And Roshan is up. Can they take it? It's only the VS dead at the moment, but right now it just feels like Secret can't fight.
Yeah, that's the real problem. The real problem is that EG can actually go on a lane or go into the Roche pit and just have Fear tanking up, and he will not die. They cannot kill the Medusa at the current point in time.
Oh, Puppy. Takes a thunderclap to the face. Sumail pops Primal Split for him. S4 is here for moral support. Rocketeer's going to connect.
You can do it, Puppy!
Run! Quite a bit. Actually, he's not going to get the kill on Puppy, I don't think. He's going to continue to go, though. The Fire Panda is destroyed. Ice Blast comes online as well. Puppy takes the stun to the face. And he's going to live. So Primal Split wasted in the end. Fear's going to have to use his ult just to be able to get away. Don't think they want to reinitiate on this. But in the end, they do get the tier 1. And Roche still stands.
Yeah, they paid 2 ults there for tier 1. I think that could have been smoother for EG, but Sumail went really aggressive. Still, they lose nothing of value, though. Like, these ultimates, they can just wait. Their timing window is not as tight as it could have been at this point, so... just wait a minute and a half until you have your ults again. Probably get the tier 2 bottom or the Roche. But Secret are taking this opportunity to try to go. I think this is the best possible play. EG might see this one coming since it is fairly obvious.
Here
Maybe
is on
not.
Cliff doesn't have his ult. He's going to get initiated on Ice Blast. Is going to hit Aoi. He sends his comrade and his arm back. That was really fast reaction time from him as well. Although that might have been cast beforehand, actually. Either way, Arteezy gets a DD, and this might be the Roche for Secret now, so things have turned a bit.
They really needed
Aoi
this.
buys back, though. They want to fight.
Oh,
And
wow.
Roshan's doing a lot of damage with that slam. They have some vision, thanks to the shrapnel.
Oh, Universe could get such a good engage.
Here's
Here we
the
go.
shot into Kaiser, puts Arteezy on the cliff. He's going to pop his BKB. He's actually fine being up here. Who's going to get the Aegis? Kuroki picks it up. As Zai's taking damage from Fear, it's going to be slowed. Arteezy, are you going to be stuck up there this whole engagement? It's PPD just go! The finger of death finishes him off. How unfortunate for Secret. It's going to be really good. Aoi, half HP in all likelihood will die, but S4 just continues to get pounded to the ground. They're finally going to get the champ, but all they lose is Universe and Aoi for 4, including the Aegis. EG is looking ridiculously good.
They just have absolutely no solution to this this Medusa and the Brewmaster jumping in on them. And the engage from Universe is perfect. He sees the opening, he knows that they're going to be ahead if he jumps in mid-Roche fight.
Is this the end of Secret in this tournament, Cinderin?
It's getting there. I don't know what they can really do at this point. The way they took that fight wasn't that bad, and I won't blame them for trying to get Roche because I think they really desperately needed to get something out of that. Smail, oh my goodness. Wow. There's the AC. The timing couldn't be any better now that they're looking to take the base. Hey, ultimate.
Will hit. Just Fear, though. They're not going to get the tower. Kuroki takes an impale. PPD has been on top of everybody with this Lion. Even the Force Staff being used for Fear to get away. So the tower will survive, although it can be denied. Arteezy just trying to get as much farm as possible. Of course, the beak... Man, we didn't even talk about the Roche. I didn't even have time. Those cogs put Arteezy on the cliff.
Yeah.
That was insane. At first I was like, it's not that bad because it's a sniper with ridiculous range, but...
I actually think it didn't matter at all. He could have... Else he would have stayed in the pit, then he would have also died, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. That's
I mean,
probably true. It's just a hilarious
it looks
moment.
cool. Style points once again for EG. And they continue to play a great game of Dota here. We're looking at Secret we're looking at them looking to push the bottom lane out a little bit here. Arteezy being protected by Kuro. The risk of the gank here. They cannot afford to lose their sniper anymore this game, I would say. He has to get farm. And it's taking too long. Zai will be getting his 31-minute BKB in a moment. And that's going to help, obviously, because the only real counter to him is Stone Gaze. So maybe he can commit a little bit into the fight. Until now, he's kind of been a non-factor, I would say. It just seems like it's going to be too little too late, but the gold advantage for EG is not that enormous. It's only 5,000. Experience 1.5 times that, though. And Arteezy will port back.
No.
He needs a damage item right now. He cannot build Manta, I think. They need... I'm thinking either a Daedalus or a Mjolnir would be... Both of them would be nice. The reason Mjolnir is good here is that Dusa will probably not be aiming for a BKB, and then he gets good single target damage and also some spread onto the others during the AA ult. They need to bring down the targets.
Yeah, I think Mjolnir's really good. I mean, you have 2 tanky cores and Bristleback and Axe that can take the static charge as well, so not a bad choice, although, I mean, he's kind of way off at the moment. He has about 2,200 gold last we checked. That's only enough for the Hyperstone. And EG, they're sitting in a pretty good spot, although we've seen a lot of comebacks this game, so it's not over till the fat lady sings, that's for sure. Spear runs into S4, takes the Berserker's Call. The rest of Secret's on their way. Of course, will they be on time? Fear's just going to pop his ult. Stone Gaze. Not going to turn anybody to stone, but S4.
Hookshot has found Arteezy.
You're right, Universe just leaves them in the cogs with double BKB. S4 is going to blink in with the Berserker's Call. A nice heal from Chen. Universe taking the Ice Blast. He might pop in the end. Blade Mail is activated at the moment. Zai taking a lot of damage. You're not going to get away from here, good sir. 2-for-1 exchange at the current point. PPD continue on trying to kill Arteezy. Gives them the old sheep. Will have to run back. Kuroki, the 3rd death for Secret. PPD, what is online for you right now? He has the Impale, not quite in range though. Blink is up. Nope, keeps getting canceled by Arteezy.
He could have tried a 4-staff Earth Spike there, but if he misses the Earth Spike, he's going to die. And chooses the safe play and gets out. That was actually fairly close to Secret getting ahead in that fight. Aoi made a really good play healing as early as possible, knowing that the AA ultimate will come in. And Fear, he lost all of his mana. He was down to about 800 health, but Arteezy couldn't keep going. His BKB ended. He was going to get run down, and again, PPD just on top of him with the Lion, really preventing him from playing the sniper with maximum potential.
AUI, I believe he finished, or he should be finishing his Ags relatively shortly. Yeah, there it is. What ancient creeps will you find, my friend? Thunderhide will not do it. Has to be the ancient granite golem. Stories of old tell about the creatures that increase the HP by 15%.
Tell about the ancient ceiling.
Why such a... Oh, the memories you and I make together, Synderen.
Yeah, it feels like it was yesterday, which it was.
Yep.
So
that's a great point you bring up. Thank you for your competitive insight onto that memory.
You're welcome.
Arteezy gets the DD. This could be pretty big if they want to find a
always ready
fight.
to give some competitive insights on your jokes. Don't enter stand-up. It's my insight.
So mean to me.
I know.
Arteezy has 3K.
I keep saying I'm your worst friend, and you keep laughing it off, but...
You're my worst friend and best enemy. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about Sumail going for Ags this game? I thought it was going to be more of an Aura plus BKB type deal. But BKB, not really that good, actually, now that we look at it. Not good at all.
I think his goal with his build is just to be as powerful as possible in the split, and then he's focusing 100% on the split. Alternatives now would generally be Abyssal Blade or BKB, as you mentioned, or maybe a Hex. The thing about the split is he'll be able to cast Drunken Haze while he's in the split with the Storm Panda. I think that's actually the most relevant point. Of course, the clap on the earth is not bad either, but the Drunken Haze onto Arteezy is going to cause a lot of trouble. I think that might be the main reason he's grabbing it.
Maybe Arteezy just goes MKB.
Yeah. Well, he might have to. I just don't know if that's going to be enough. He needs to use his gold, though.
It feels like he needs 2 damage items at this point to become relevant.
He really does.
He has. I mean, look at the net worth. He is 5K behind his father in Fear. And that's a Medusa.
Papadusa.
That sounds like some delicious pizza. Snake pizza.
Wait.
Fear has 2,900 gold for himself as well. What does he go for? His Ancient Granite Golem is available to take. What does he go next for Medusa?
I think just the standard butterfly is a good choice. He has it, by the way.
The whole butterfly?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have the Eagle Song yet, though, right?
He has the gold for it, the courier.
Yeah.
It's going to go up there after it gives Sumail his Aghanims. Fear's like, hey, can I send the courier to the secret shop and get my butterfly? And Sumail's like, no, I'm a pub star. I will spam click the courier until I get my item, and you can do nothing to stop me.
Yeah, every time he dives...
And Fear's like, my fingers cannot press as fast as yours. I concede. And he lets Sumail...
The arthritis is kicking in already. But every time Sumail dives, I just think about what you were talking about in the interview with Sumail, where he just... Sometimes he just doesn't listen.
Yeah.
It's funny that he would admit that, though. I'm sure PPD... finds a lot of value in this. I guess we can call him a prodigy. Really, I mean, 15 years old is pretty insane.
He is extremely good. I've been very positively impressed by him this tournament. I mean, you can't really be disappointed when the kid comes in and is already in secured 3rd place and, as it looks right now, on the way to getting into the grand finals of his first LAN event.
D2L was his first.
Oh, that's true. He did play D2L, that's right. But he also, I think he...
It was a hit or a miss.
Yeah, he was not as...
but from my understanding, he moved... I could be wrong. He moved to the States a week before he went to D2L. So it's just like a lot of things changing in his life. I can't even imagine when I was 15 something like that happening. I mean, that's... I mean, I was good, don't get me wrong, Synderen, but not that good.
Good at other things.
Counter forces. Well, the Tier 2 tower will fall for Secret. And it looks like they will not secure the ones for themselves in the top lane. And here we go. Fear, the Siege Tank himself. Ancient Granite Golem, giving him a little bit of extra HP. And all Secret can do is try the turtle. I feel like last game they had the better turtle lineup too.
Yeah, I don't know. There's kind of no alternative to just playing defensively at this point for Secret. If they go out and fight in the open, they might just lose the game off it. They know they're far behind. If they have to play like this. Oh, maybe not. Actually, maybe you just go.
Berserker's Call. Assassinate's on its way. Primal Split. Can they secure any kills off of this? Doesn't look like the rest of EG wants to do anything. Sumail's like, please help me. I want to fight.
Sumail, go back.
Does have the Aghanims online as well. You're seeing the Thunderclap come online a couple times in this fight. S4 taking so much damage just to the Brewmaster. That just shows the potential.
It looks like they might want to open here. Where's the Universe? He's kind of being blocked by a Chen army.
No, I think they want to wait for the Wait, what happened to the Aegis anyway? It's been a long time. It's actually going to come up
right now.
There.
They don't have split for this.
Yeah,
this
true.
might be the best chance for Secret, honestly, to just try to go there and see if you can get something out of it. Of course, the Deuce is starting to hit hard, but Fear still does not have a real damage item. Well, Butterfly kind of is a damage item, but it's a hybrid. It's not a hard-hitting item, and Arteezy has bought the MKB you were talking about. So now it's go time. They're going to smoke out, look to get a fight in the Radiant Forest, and if they just find 1 or 2 kills here, that's a Roche too, and will probably bring them back to almost even in the game.
Boy. They're going to right into
They're
Fear.
going to find Fear. That's maybe not actually that bad.
Gaze is up. He's going to hit it. He gets stunned. Secret's going to fall back, at least for now. The question is, are they going to
They need to re-go this. They're also just going to lose. They're going to...
Oh boy. Okay, he's popped by Zai. There was initiation from Universe onto S4. Zai trying to do as much damage as possible. Arteezy is the one we should be looking at. In the back, right-clicking away. It's a 1-for-1 exchange at the current moment. Ice Blast comes. Oh, Zai takes a lot of damage from the Finger of Death and will fall. It's a 2-for-1. S4 on the run. Blinks out to safety. And with that, Primal Split will be online by the time they want to take Roche.
It's actually ready now.
And here we go.
Dire's middle barracks are under
this is
attack.
probably an EG Roche, unless if Secret wants to buy back to try and fight it. They have buyback on both their heroes.
I think that's the worst hero you can run into. That was kind of bad luck for Secret.
In a way, yes, and in a way, no. I think they just weren't completely ready to get the instant initiate. If they jump on Fear before he gets Stone Gaze off there, they might actually take all of his mana shield. And alternatively, what's the AoE? The radius of Stone Gaze is 1,000, so Arteezy actually can't attack him. I thought the radius was smaller, so he would be able to hit him from range even during that, but Sniper's range being 950 is just 52 short.
Ooh. Nice force.
There's the Roche for EG. They can taste the finals right now.
Yeah, I mean, Secret has been extremely impressive in this tournament, but this might be the end of the line for them. Can they come back in this game? It's about a 10k lead in both experience and gold, actually 12k in experience. We've seen crazier comebacks, I'll say that, and although they don't have as great of a turtle lineup as last game, it's still decent. I mean, Sniper has ridiculous range, he has Shrapnel, you have tanky heroes like Axe and Bristleback to take some, to soak up some of your damage, if you will.
This Bristleback is not a tanky hero. This Bristleback is paper thin.
I keep thinking that he's so tanky.
He really doesn't have a lot.
And this is one of the few games where Zai just hasn't blown us away. It's not quite Techie's territory, but this is one of his few performances that hasn't impressed.
I think they would rather have a Techies right now.
That's actually an
this
interesting
Bristleback.
point. Yeah.
I think they could get more out of it.
He's gonna attempt to TP out. Look at these crits. Wow. Jeez, that was like 3 out of 4. He'll be fine though. A little worse for wear.
I think Sumail gets Abyssal next. And then Arteezy does not get away from that next time.
Well, right now he's carrying Cheese.
Yep.
And with that, plus the Aegis on Fear, the siege will continue. Of course, this is just a disciplined team doing exactly what they need to do. They don't want to overextend, try to give up this lead. The rubber band effect has been real in this tournament in the past, and the right clicks will continue onto this melee Rax in mid lane. And doesn't look like Secret even wants to defend. Oh, there's a Fortify.
Wow, Fear's losing a lot of mana.
He does have Aegis though, remember. And the Rax will fall. So Secret will give up mid lane with just a couple of spells used. They want to delay this as long as possible until they're ready to fight. And the question, when is that? When is the opportune time for them item-wise?
When,
or do you just wait for the Aegis?
When Aegis is gone. If they can delay it that long. That's still in 3 minutes. I think if you're EG, you just go next lane right away. Arteezy is starting to hit pretty hard with the Monkey King Bar and the Crystallis. If he grabs a Daedalus too, it is possible to claw through that mana shield. As Zai has now grabbed a Talisman of Evasion. Halberd not that far off. That could also be the timing window. Getting that onto the Medusa, who can't break it. No BKB. Manta Style does not remove it. As AA ult is gonna...
EG has the smoke. It's gonna clip Universe and hit Fear dead on. But that's not gonna stop them.
Radiant's
They're gonna transition to bottom lane. Don't think they're going to find a kill considering Secret's on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, this is a very obvious smoke too. They're top tier 2 towers under pressure. No one's defending. But I don't think EG cares that Secret knows, and might, even if they get the tower, they also don't care.
So is EG better off trying to use this? Well, obviously trying to use the Aegis is better off, but how bad is it if they have to wait for the next Roshan, considering they have all this map control right now? Actually, if you look at the wards, there's only one ward on the map at all. It's actually insane. Okay, 2 wards.
Yeah, I think it favors Secret a little bit more if they don't get anything out of this Aegis. Because I'm assuming if they don't get anything out of the Aegis, there's also a kill or 2 going Secret's way. And then maybe they get some map control back and can start farming. But
oh boy, it's going to be the double Wild Wing Ripper coming to town.
Here come the NATOs!
Aegis, like we've talked about at length, still online for Fear. Ice Blast, only hit a couple. Assassinate, though.
For a minute.
Sumail at half HP, still has Primal Split. Everybody has their abilities. Their ultimate's online, ready to go. And a Crystallis actually online for Arteezy, so I doubt he has buyback at this point. 1,200 gold, that's not going to cut it, I don't believe. So it's going to be all in for Secret.
There we go, the heal's being used. A ultimate has worn off.
And the Tornadoes are just going deep into the base. Sumail trying to get his stun off, or his ultimate off. He's getting stunned. Galore finally gets it off the last second, but so much was used by Secret. BKB popped by Zai. S4 gets force-staffed and then bounced back by the Cogs. He has to run back to the fountain. Arteezy cycloned in the air by Sumail. Gets stunned in the fountain as well. Don't think he's going to find a kill on him, but Kuroki might be in some trouble. But in the meantime, the siege tank remains. And actually, Sumail's going to throw his life away, but either way, bottom lane is taking huge amounts of damage. Melee Rax is down. Fear still has the Aegis.
For another 10 seconds. Oh, they're actually killing him. That was a mistake.
Doesn't pull an Arteezy, unfortunately for him. And they're going to reinitiate. S4 extremely low, but Fear actually drops before he can pop Mana Shield.
Right, that totally didn't matter.
So 3 deaths for EG, but they do get the double racks.
That's worth it. This is worth it for Secret. It's actually worth it. They got so much gold out of that.
Wow.
Sumail was extremely close to not getting his ultimate off, by the way. He blinked in and he split, and then he stopped the split because he was like, maybe I can get a clap off first. It looked like that was what happened. Tried to cast something, went really greedy. Oh, that was really close.
I was going to say, it's almost like the MKB stun prevented that a bit.
Oh, he might have been hit by MKB.
He took a couple stuns, and it was almost enough, along with the Berserker's call.
I didn't see the MKB, but yeah, it must have been that. There's no way he's that cocky that he's like, well, nah, let me just clap first. But at the end of the day, he still got it off. S4 tried to call him, and he missed the calling blade. And because of that, that was on cooldown the entire fight.
Yeah.
But still Secret with this hold. They get the Daedalus on Arteezy now if they want to buy it. I think the gold swing was about 6,000. The experience was 11 in that fight recap. And we're seeing the graph stiff now. This game is not over yet. If EG mess up another push or lose the next Roche, Secret could find a foothold in this game.
Let's say they quote-unquote mess up the same way they just did. They give up a bunch of kills, but they take the melee racks top. That means you have 2 range racks left for top and bottom. Is that what Secret wants?
I think
they need to do it a little bit better next time.
The next time Secret are strong enough to maybe fight them head on. That's the problem. Brewmaster is falling off by the minute now. The hero does not scale that well. He has a lot of control, which he of course maintains, especially because he has the Ags, but ultimately, 20 minutes down the line, this Brewmaster will be a liability compared to the heroes we usually see Sumail playing in, like Storm Spirit, Shadow Fiend, even Invoker would be way more valuable in super late game territory. And EG, they need to...
Wow, a really late hood and probably into a pipe for Aoi.
I'm guessing.
Against the Ice Blast and pretty much only the Ice Blast.
I don't know if that is actually even worth it at this point. I think Force Staff could have been a more powerful tool for their team. A ultimate. It's going to clip 2. Not even clip, it's actually going to impact 2. And it's just going to delay the push.
Of course.
I don't know. This is pretty risky for EG. They might think they're further ahead than they are. They have a 4k gold lead. Arteezy has buyback. He has enough reliable gold to be able to buy back should he die. Look at that. Absolute roller coaster.
Well, Secret, can they make a defense? They've come back in this game as much as they can to this current point in time. 23-20, 47.5 minutes in. This is the lower bracket finals. the Dota 2 Asia Championships 2015.
That was
Universe?
Pretty
That's a
big
Ghost Scepter,
waste
by the
on
way.
the AA ult. I don't know if that triggers an engage from EG. Looks like it doesn't. And we also should mention Zai. He's making progress. He has Halberd and another 2k gold off that fight. He's going to reach a point when he's going to be a problem for EG. He's going to be more valuable than Brewmaster 20 minutes from now as well. So if they hold long enough, this Bristle might start hitting hard with something like an Abyssal. And no matter, I have this feeling that no matter how big Fear gets, this game is going to be Secrets for the taking 20 minutes down the line.
Oh. PPD really wants to initiate on Arteezy. He's going to get the Impale off, but I don't... Oh, okay, he's going to use the finger. Here's the hook shot. BKB on Arteezy. Does he have buyback? He might not even die here. His Universe is taking the brunt of the damage from S4 with the Berserker's Call. He gets healed up by the Chen. Universe 4 staffs out. Meanwhile, top lane Fear and AUI trying to take out the Tier 3 tower. They will not be successful as Zai shows up with the BKB. Universe on the run. Battle Hunger into Berserker's Call. An interculling blade just chops his head off. That's the only death, some way, somehow.
Fear's out of mana up top. Aoi has a TP. I don't know if he makes it out here. He's going to try. There will be a... Oh! What?
He got out. Going to take some right clicks from Arteezy. Arteezy extremely fast. PPD, 4 staff, gets healed. Impale will connect. Will not go any further. His finger's actually online, but unfortunately no mana to speak of. Fear's going to take out the Vengeful Spirit. S4 and Zai extremely low, but Fear, he might drop to the assassination for Arteezy. He has buyback, but probably not going to use it. The Tier 3 tower was taken out, but the racks remain for Secret. Full dataless for Arteezy, by the way.
I don't know. They lost their bottom lane. Now there's only one lane to focus on for EG.
So, okay, in this scenario, EG feels like they're kind of slipping. The lead is slipping a bit. Once they ensure they all have buybacks, do they just go balls deep for that top racks and just focus the buildings, and if they need to, buy back for the all-out defense from Secret?
If they are aware of the cooldown on the glyph, I think they can brute force mega creeps now. They're going to try to get Roche, but Secret won't let them. AA ultimate is going to bring Brew fairly low here. And I would actually say a good play from EG right now is to go 5 top, get split off, put Medusa in the front lines and hit the racks. It's still a risky play and not a guaranteed win.
Wow. Fear buys a
BKB.
BKB. What do you think about that? That prevents the mini stun from MKB. The Ice Blast, obviously. Actually, the Ice Blast goes through, but not the initial blast.
Only the Shatter.
Yeah, the Shatter portion. Assassinate. What do you think about that? I mean, it doesn't stop Berserker's Call or anything like that. Oh, that's true. It's for the Halberd. That's a good point. And Secret looking for the Roche. Meanwhile, top lane, PPD is going to be pushing.
Wow, is Universe actually going to try this?
Puppey getting initiated on by Brewmaster. There's the stun. He might get this kill very easily with the Thunderclap from the Aghanim Scepter. And Roche will fall. Sniper picks it up. Boost of Travel picked up by Fear now.
He's going to pour it on the Brewling. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Secret,
top lane.
you're
Here we go.
trouble.
This might be the last leg for Secret. Melee Rax is going to be taken out, I think.
Arteezy's TP was stopped by a hook shot.
Oh no! This is going to be Mega Creeps going the way of EG. Side pops to BKB, but it's all for naught. EG just needs to run away with that Stone Gaze. Mega Creeps. Berserker's Call for S4. They might be able to clean up PPD, but is this going to be enough? They might get 2. Big Calling Blade is going to take him out. He has buyback. Clockwork does not. Can they come back from Mega Creeps? Arteezy does have the Aegis. This is going to be, if they can come back from this, it's going to be the biggest comeback of all time.
I think Arteezy's getting a rapier now. He's flying out the courier toward the secret shop. It's going to be a loss.
Was the cheese denied by the Centaur, by any chance? I think it came. Yeah, okay. So the Centaur walked in, got a nice stun off. The Aegis was already taken, and then denied the cheese. As Mask of Madness was what was dropped for Arteezy to pick that bad boy up.
Man, what a play in the heat of the moment, though, by EG to port onto the Brewmaster split and get those racks. And avoided the team fight that could have been risky there. Ultimately only trading it for a Roche, which they take any day of the week. And Arteezy, no, he's getting a Mjolnir. They're looking for the long base defense instead of the all-in mid.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they've lost to it before. They lost to Vici Gaming. They know it's possible. But that was a different game.
Even a Maelstrom on Axe.
I still don't want to count them out. It's hard, though.
I mean, I think the main issue here is that Secret in all likelihood will not have buybacks because they have to buy out all the items they can, while EG can sit on a ton of money, like 3K right now in Fear. He can definitely buy back. Sumail not quite though, especially with the death on top of that. But Pipe, Vlad's, a very late Vlad's for Secret, but that of course is the +5 armor against those mega creeps.
They need auras now. This is your good old tower defense game. The waves keep pushing in. Ortiz is a fairly strong tower. Zayas, an unupgraded tower still. Maybe he's level 2 tower as S4 trying to clear out a little bit. And EG have all the time in the world right now. They're not nervous about Secret getting too much gold because they know it's going to take a very, very long time before they get any meaningful items.
Yeah, does Fear have enough room for an Aegis or anything like that for the next run? I mean, would you drop anything in the form of to make way for an Aegis?
I don't think you would give it to him.
Aegis on somebody else.
Yeah, I think you would give the Aegis to...
I think you give it to Lion once he gets Ags.
I was thinking that too. He has the Ags money now, by the way. He's not buying it though. He's saving for buyback. The safest play.
A 54-minute barn burner. That's what we say in America, in case you're wondering, Cinderin. Centaur's going to be taken out. And this is not what a lot of people expected coming into this series. They expected to firstly go 3 games. This is assuming Secret loses, which is still a very high probability, I want to say. As S4 is going to take the finger of death. Is he going to drop to the Brewmaster? Indeed he is. He has buyback, though. Arteezy, the base defense continues. And Brewmaster going to continue it. Puppy gets stunned. But
Arteezy's hitting hard.
The Storm Spirit. As the Earth Spirit's now on the run. He's going to get stunned right after that. The MKB procs come into play. He pops the BKB along with Zai. Arteezy, this is up to you, my friend. Gets the shrapnel off, trying to go for Fear. Fear's just going for the base at the moment. S4 trying to initiate himself, gets the Shivas off. AUI taking the assassination. Arteezy taking so much damage just from the mega creeps alone. They're not going to find any kills as the test of fate.
No one died!
Brought Fear back to base.
They sent Fear home, they ported out the Chen, they forced a buyback from Axe. That's a huge win.
And Mask of Madness comes back online for Arteezy. Oh, Fear back in the mid lane. Berserker's call, but he's doing more damage to S4 than he'd like to admit. As Yudos with a beautiful Cogs, forcing him out to the other side. Kuroki might sacrifice his life for his comrade in arms. Actually, he force dives himself now. Up the cliff. He will live to see another day. But this, never mind. The finger of death just decimates him. Arteezy trying to make a last stand for Secret. S4 as well. The tier 4 tower, only one remains, and now the Ancient is all alone with the buildings. And Arteezy will drop. That's the Aegis, though. He'll come back online very shortly. Fear. Everybody taking the Ice Blast damage. This is pretty big for Secret. S4 stuck in the middle there. He gets the Berserker call off. Culling Blade will not proc, however. Puppy going down to the split shot of Fear. The double kill. This is a disaster. Secret looks to be out of DAC 2015. EG will find their way in the grand finals. Best of 5 tomorrow versus Vici Gaming, who they lost to.
A rematch of the winners bracket final, which Vici Gaming won pretty convincingly 2-0 today.
Yeah.
Wow.
They fought hard. Both teams. This is a Rasheed Wallace quote, and you're not going to know who that is, but